Good afternoon, everybody. It's Tuesday, May 26th, and today I want to do a tomato profile on a determinate variety of tomatoes called Celebrity. Celebrity is a hybrid determinate tomato, and it grows on a very close to the ground, stocky bush. This bush is probably not even 2 feet tall, but as you can see, it is absolutely loaded with fruit. The production is just incredible. There are fruit clusters everywhere, and in my childhood I worked on a farm in New Jersey, a local farm, and all the farmer grew were these Celebrities because they are perfectly round, perfectly uniform, completely split resistant, disease resistant, and they taste pretty darn good too. So they're one of those all-around perfect hybrids to grow in a wide variety of climates. But I have some rains that are coming in over the next couple of days, and we're supposed to get pretty heavy rain, so I want to go ahead and harvest the tomatoes on this plant. And here I can see I have a nice big red one. And then on the other side of my garden, I have a second Celebrity plant that also has 2 big red tomatoes on it. And the production on this plant is just as off the charts. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick these a little bit early because of the rains coming in. And I'm going to let them sit out on my counter for a few days to ripen in order to do a taste test video. And the Celebrity tomatoes usually yield tomatoes anywhere from the 8 to 16 ounce size. And here I probably have 2 7 to 8 ounce tomatoes. But this monster is probably something around 13 to 16 ounces. This feels like a 14 ouncer. It's a big tomato, so I can't wait to cut into these in a couple of days once they fully ripen. Alright, so here are my Celebrity tomatoes, and I don't grow a lot of hybrid tomatoes in my garden. I grow mostly open pollinated and heirloom tomatoes, but Celebrities I kind of make an exception for because there's something nostalgic about them to me. And despite how small the plants are and how heavy the yields are, they're still pretty big. This tomato here weighs in at 10.4 ounces, and that's pretty common for a Celebrity. They're an 8 to 12 ounce tomato, and you may get some smaller and some larger, even up to a pound. This one's 8.25 ounces, and this one is 5.6 ounces. So now I'm going to cut into this one because it is the ripest of the lot. So now let's cut into this tomato. And the Celebrity tomato is a pretty meaty tomato. It's almost as meaty as most heirlooms. It's a very nice looking tomato right there. And now for the taste test. And you can see what the tomato looks like up close. And this is a very good tomato. This tomato is much better tasting than most hybrids. It has a bite at the end that you don't get in a lot of hybrids. A lot of times when you eat a hybrid tomato, they're almost kind of flat. But this one does not have that. This one has, it's zippy, it has some acid to it, and it has something that is reminiscent of heirloom flavor. So I think that you could tell a lot of people that this is an heirloom tomato, and they would actually fall for it, because it really has very good flavor for a hybrid. This is a meaty tomato. There's not a lot of water to it, and it's very creamy. So the texture is very pleasing. So if you want a tomato that has good flavor, that's close to that of an heirloom, but it doesn't have a lot of the issues that heirlooms have, so you want great production, great disease resistance, grow Celebrity in your garden, because it's a very easy tomato to grow as well, since it grows on determinate vines. And this is one of those hybrids that's been around for a long time. This is not some new cross. This is not something special or flashy. This is a name that most people have heard of, and it's one of those things that it's almost painful to give such a good review to because it's so common and it seems so boring. But the reason why this tomato is so common is because it's so great and it deserves to be. And now we'll get the official taste tester's opinion. He's being a very good patient boy waiting. Can you give us a shake, Dale? Thank you. So what do you think, buddy? What do you think? That pretty good? Pretty tasty? Would you maybe like would you like a second taste? What do you think? And it's definitely Dale approved. He's licking his lips, looking for thirds, but we can't give him too many fresh tomatoes. Too many's not as good for him, but a handful every now and again, it's pretty good for dogs. So there you go, everyone. That's my review of the Celebrity Tomato. This is a highly vigorous determinate type, incredibly disease resistant, very prolific, and yields very good tasting tomatoes for a hybrid. It really is a winner, especially if you have a garden that is impacted with a lot of disease like mine does. Everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe for future updates and more videos like these. If you're curious about anything I use in my garden, everything I use is linked in my Amazon storefront in the video description. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see all of you again on the next video.